our line. Now I can resume. I walk in Asian fields. Oregon.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I just don't know how to dance to bebop.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never tried.
There he is, top in the papers. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man.
Shut up.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
That bum took a swipe at me, put him down in my sack.
And where's my partner? Oh, you're already in there. Okay.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget it.
I'm teasing you, Hirsch. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Anita in the vicinity. A citizen reports a 459
Shit,
there
Chuck.
now at 38 North
We have some
Catalina.
destiny.
Unit
Yeah, that's something we can't lose.
He's still in custody, Hirsch.
Wanna bet? Well, I've kicked the moose already. And hoping for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Move! I'm trying to run you over.
Anita in the vicinity. A citizen reports a 459 there now at 38 North Catalina. Unit A, Elko 2 identified.
Friends?
Oh, probably.
Cops! Shit!
Stop! LAPD!
Of course, he'll drive away.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Shoot tires.
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. I need to be closer, Phelps. Lay into his wheel well, come on.
Gotcha.
But I'm scared to go to prison, mister. They'll take one look at me and...
Yeah, too bad. Should have thought of that first.
Can you drive to this one?
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Bring it on. Oh,
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike, we recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved. Moved? I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
What are you doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
that's the family.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Another day.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He's trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough
But
lately,
the restaurant
but you
guy.
should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right.
Makes no sense.
Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh,
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating pigs.
that's just wrong. I looked at that.
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
What's that?
Optimistic, Cole.
No. Nothing here. Flyers. Doesn't tell me anything. have to go outside. There might be something outside.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
How bad is it? You don't look like a fireman, son.
Let's check around the back. If there's another gas instant heat, yeah.
Looks like the same model.
Reginald Varley. You wanna let that go?
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Sure. Well, if you were asleep when you heard the explosion, you would have woken up from that, wouldn't you?
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Alright.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. Their billboards, that Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. Then I find out they was still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you don't know, you don't know, I think.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Got it. Well, that was a perfect one. Lucky. And what are you doing over there?
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working them.
Alright. So need more from the neighbours. Do I have to talk to them again? But I think you already said everything I need to know.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
No, I've talked to you. Well, he's going towards the
Women
door.
don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
You think talk is cheap, try hiring a lawyer.
No. Is there another neighbor I have to talk to? I believe that's all I can do. What else is there? Yeah, have to find some more clues around here.
How did you get my number, Ira?
At first, I didn't understand you. But now I do.
I'd like you to come back to the clinic.
I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose.
Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Interesting.
All these people are vultures, officer. But you can tell me what's going on.
Found anything? What's that?
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Kind of went through his door. Whoa.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's about all I've got to say about it.
I got friends who work at the Examiner.
Oh, you done?
So what next?
We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working it.
But I've worked the neighbors. There's no more neighbors. Oh, that him.
How bad is it?
You see something?
Clear this area immediately.
No.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the cop? That's the cop's father.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Officer, please. Tell me what's going on.
Come on. That must be something.
Boondockers they ain't.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's all I gotta say.
Come on, let's go. I have to find more information somehow.
All these people are vultures, officer. But you can tell me what's going on.
Maybe talk to the dog.
There isn't much I can tell you right now, Cole.
What's that? Nope. Nope, I don't want to do that. I guess I'll have to try to find what really happened down there. Here. Literally nothing I can do. What? Work the neighbors, look out the neighbors. Something. Baseball.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Not.
Never the same, are they?
Why do I still have to talk to the neighbor? He's done talking.
I got friends who work at the Examiner. About $50 for an exclusive.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. about all I've got to say about it.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
This is a crime scene. All of you move along.
Get lost.
That's the swine. Look at him.
The main reason
This is a secure
Santa's so
area.
jolly is 'cause
You
he
all
doesn't
need to
call them
leave.
bad girls,
All these people are vultures, officer. But you can tell me what's going on.
Get lost.
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
I'm gonna get good and
Oh,
tight
anything?
from Friday.
What now?
Help me out.
Need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working.
Where?
He's only a writer, so can't really help.
I don't have any more clues.
No usable evidence out here. Sorry. You have to take what you got and get to work.
There must be something.
We hosed it down, Detective. The rest is up to you and the tech guys.
Something I'm missing for sure. Oh, look at that. Wow, it came crashing into their house. Look around the house, nothing out of the ordinary. I'll go through there. Can't do anything here. Is this like bugged or something? But what else is there supposed to do? What else am I supposed to do? Go look through all the evidence? Oh yes, I did. Is there another neighbor yard to go through? Nope.
Top of my class, back east.
Sorry.
What the hell do you think
Now
you're
I'm
doing?
waiting table.
You're done?
I'm at a loss. We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working them.
Well, what neighbors? There's only one guy, and I've already talked to him. You? Do I talk to you?
Remember when Mickey and his boys were shooting up the whole town last week? I heard that cop there was the only one involved.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
The heck?
Nope.
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I gotta say.
Is that the only evidence? Is there like a D? No. I really don't know where else to go. Like, I'll talk to this man. What else is he supposed to do? Can't talk to him again. Oh, what's that? Footsteps. Oh no, cigarette butts. Okay.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Are they yours?
No. They're not. Okay, so he was looking because he had those shoes, same shoes, right? Yeah, I can talk to him again. There we go.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Lie.
I think you're covering for someone, Foreman. Who is it?
And I think you are off your rocker. How can you make an accusation like that? What proof have you got?
Well, it's cigarette butts.
I can see you're the excitable type. You shouldn't let your imagination run away with itself.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Yeah.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You
Unfold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
For Elysian Fields developments.
I guess that's where we're going.
Oh, I see you already have one.
No, it's different.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Winter trip to Catalina Island. Alright. Yeah, I can progress. Jeez. That took a long time. Doesn't give me any hints or anything on that.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind?
No.
I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end.
You're giving up
We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Our resources in men and material for our own defense should the need arise. Let us have the will and the patience.
I actually will investigate the Elysian Fields. Screw
We
the
are
boss.
not going to.
Yes, we are.
You just won't let this go, will you, Cole?
You know they're involved somehow. You expect me to turn over?
Oh, for God's sakes.
Which way are they going? God.
You're a big boy. I expect you to know which battles are worth drawing my pension away from.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Man.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office. You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Nice houses. But I'm here to talk to you.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybill.
Wow, what the hell did you say? I didn't get that. I'll just doubt, I guess.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
You got that right.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Not familiar with that one?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to pay attention and you just had that. Promotional fly 4.
My bad.
It's alright. I did lie and just see what he says.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Okay. Was that?
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Huh.
You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
I want to use my intuition. It is a doubt. Okay.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense. The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. You suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the Police Pension Fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
I don't. No. Could it be Chapman?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
You don't have a phone? Don't you guys have phones?
Your boss is a fine man.
Well, this day was a total waste of makeup.
I'll just use a phone.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thank you.
Lucky we did come here first. Now let's go to the other place.
I think we could pay up into pay already.
Right around the corner in your neighborhood, there's an Alico gas station, owned and operated by a member of your community.
Now we can go to Rancho.
And you can rest assured knowing that Alico gasoline is the power that propels more police cars and fire engines than any other diesel gasoline. Drive into your Alico station tomorrow and ask them to look under the hood. Son of a bitch! Alico brand gasoline and Alico brand automotive at your local Alico service station.
Rancho Escondido.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir. Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property. It is not This is safe, America, sir. dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Come on, Dad!
I'm gonna
Stand down! That's an order!
Pacify these poor saps.
Come on.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Oh, what was that? I see something? Oh, I know you did.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on a cheap.
Yeah. Cheap building. Wow.
You got an idea, Hotshot?
Scan audits.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bin it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
Hi, Roy.
No! Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. Get around it. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Loser. Why?
Get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Earl. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K,
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
All right.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stung just like you do. I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
My turn. Move, move. Run you over. Don't run across the road like that. Whoa. Charlie Chapman. Not really.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, it's out somewhere. Is there some kind of problem?
Let's take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
The Mosquito.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Yep, that's definitely it. Ammunition.
We should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Yep.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
He's got plenty of flyers.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit! He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. The suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar, driving dangerously. Units A and 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Get me closer. I think I got a shot here. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. I see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Did seem a bit too easy.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. Couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? Be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
I'm not a crook.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy
Why are
names
you visiting
me
us? So
beneficiary.
you were cheating.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help this Kelso?
Jack, Won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to love him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Almost perfect. Dang. I got a 4-star. That's pretty good. Okay. And should that be all? I think that should be all. It is late. Yeah. So I will pick it up tomorrow. I'll probably play a bit longer tomorrow, so yeah, see ya.